A durable and affordable paint can bridge the gap of social inequality between the rich and the poor Nigerian, at the same time solve the inferiority complex facing some poor and low and middle income Nigerians. I am Abdel Latif Lawal, the co-founder of Discode Paints and Agrochemical. Paint has been a distinguishing factor between the rich and the poor Nigerian home for decades. As a child, I grew up in a house that wasn't painted, and other children would make mockery of my parents' house by describing it as that unpainted house. This almost affected my performance in school and among my peers. Growing up, we now realize that over 60% urban houses are either not painted or with faded paint, and over 80% rural houses are either not painted with faded paint in Nigeria. This is due to the fact that 85% paint raw materials are imported into Nigeria, leading to high cost of paint, which are the low and middle income Nigerians cannot afford. And the paint they can afford are of inferior quality that get washed away after rainfall or after painting. Once you touch, it stains your hands or it stains your clothes, or it's of very inferior quality. So the low and middle income Nigerian, to maintain the standard of their paint, they have to paint year in, year out. Some have to paint twice in a year. So we now realize that the causal factor of this is also poverty and lack of employment, which is the main reason why people do not have enough access to finance to buy the quality paint and other activities. So we are now solving these two problems. There's a problem of hiking paint price and the problem of poverty on the other hand. Paint price, on the paint side, we supplement the imported raw materials with agricultural waste such as cassava and Arabian gum, leading to reduction in cost of paint production 30%, and producing a more durable and a more affordable paint than every low and middle income Nigerian can afford. And at the same time, within the production site, we are able to create a vocational center where we train youth and women on skill acquisition, how to transform agricultural produce to consumables, either food consumption or to other things that is generating revenue for them. So our Discode paint is of high quality with high durability and high resistance to external forces such as rainfall and temperature and other growth of algae. It has high resistance to all these external forces, and it has a longer life shelf, and most importantly to low, middle and income Nigerian, it is more affordable than that of our competitors. At the same time, full stop. Paint is of high quality and very affordable. And our team, we are made up with 3 years experience in banking industry. We have a graphic designer, and we have a 400 level mass communication student with 2 years internship as a customer relation officer, and we have technicians with 5 years experience in painting and paint production. We have been able to secure our first 50 customers from the launching date, which is on January 2020. We'll be able to secure our first 50 customers. We'll be able to paint 10 houses, and we'll be able to paint 2 public schools and some shop, raise a total sum of $2,000 with the cost of $1,200. We could scale up, we could do better if we can have a physical outlet where people can, potential customer can pass by and see our production and get to buy, since most of our customers, our potential customer, are people that are usually moving around. So we are seeking for the outlet, and this will assist us to scale up our business. So to scale up our business, to be able to do better, we need some finance. So as due to the effect of COVID-19 on our business, which has disrupted the business, we need some finance to scale up the business and to have a physical outlet, to get to rent shop, and to buy some other equipment, and to stock more chemicals so that we can start production that will meet demand of our customers, instead of waiting for customers to make demand when we know that there are a lot of demand for durable and affordable paint. This is very important because our paint is environmental friendly. We need to shift from paints that are hazardous to that the effluent are hazardous to aquatic animal and to human being generally. to paint that is environmental friendly to everyone. Inequality between the rich and the poor Nigerian home must be achieved. It's a collective effort that the poor and the among have to feel included. The children also have to feel important, and this will boost their self-esteem and make them